Barthélemy de las Casas. Who was Barthélemy de las Casas? Ladies and gentlemen and lovers of knowledge, please come forward. Let us discuss about a Catholic priest whose advice finally facilitated the enslavement of African people for over 400 years. Now, when Christopher Columbus met with the Native Americans in the year 1492, the Native Americans welcomed him with excitement. They took him to their shrines. They took Christopher Columbus to their spirituality, and they provided shelter and food for Columbus and his men. The voyage of Columbus was sponsored by the monarchy of Spain. That is, it was sponsored by King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella of Spain. The aim of the Europeans was to get to India. The Europeans had a stupendous quantity of gold in Asia and vast land to send the overpopulated Europeans to. And Columbus was the one who led the voyage. In the first voyage, they failed to reach India. Columbus was so frustrated and depressed. He was a madman on the sea. He nagged and shouted at his men with saliva from his mouth. They were abused for his own mediocrity. He felt that the Spanish will call him a failure because already the Europeans saw him as a failure, as an evil man, a mischievous explorer who lacks truth in him. In reaching the land of the Native Americans, Columbus thought that he has reached India, and he threatened his boys with brutal punishment if they dare expose this secret. Columbus called the natives of America the Red Indians in order to back up his lies that he has reached India. The fact is that Columbus took advantage of the simplicity of the Native Americans and he started killing the natives. I tell you, people of the sun, over 100 million Native Americans were slaughtered and enslaved. The land of the natives was conquered by Columbus while the Europeans came and dominated it. This was how white people came to America. The natives were killed in large quantity and many poisoned till they died. This reduced drastically the population of the Native Americans. There were no more slaves. That is, there were no more natives to be used as slaves for the building of the European plantations in America. It was at this moment Barthélemy de las Casas, a family member of Christopher Columbus and a Catholic priest of the church, in the year 1517, advised the European government and monarchy that Portugal is in Africa, taking low quantity of Africans as slaves, that the rest of Europeans should do so if they truly needed more slaves to work in America. Barthélemy de las Casas believed that Africans are not humans and they are less than animals, and it was necessary to use them to substitute the weak and dying Native Americans. This Catholic priest believed that black people are cursed by God, which is why they are black. The entire Western Europeans were motivated by this reason, and in 1562, the English landed their slave ship, which they named Jesus. And Jesus is an abbreviation, which means Joint European Slave Union Ship. This ship took over 300 Africans as slaves to America. In fact, the things they did to Africans in the ship was so barbaric that if I say it, TikTok will not tolerate it. Africans were sexually molested, and African babies were given to European alligators as food. African mothers were sexually abused, and their husbands were raped in their front by European homosexuals. And it was through this way we have black Africans in America as black Americans. And it was through this way many Africans accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and personal Savior. Black man, I pray for you today. Whatever that is used to chain you to Christianity and white Jesus, I break it right now. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Ebenezer Heru. The link to my YouTube is on the bio here on TikTok. People of the sun, we must liberate ourselves from mental slavery. Peace.